see us though. But we're back. That's all that matters. Welcome to another show, y'all. Connected with E. I am your host, Emaya, also known as Lovely E. To my left of me,
You're here with Nia, aka Nia No Long.
Nia No Long. And of course, shout out to our one and only production team in the back, Mr. Kev Glover. Continue to do what he
with
does.
An A-N, not an I-N.
You know, please, not Kevin. Kevin.
What? Is it name Kavon?
Oh, spicy.
Kavon.
But of course, what we do here, bringing the world to Charlotte, Charlotte to the world, talk about the news, what's going on, talk about some current artists, some local businesses, and just bring something to the city. We need something. But we thank y'all so much for this journey that we're on. But before we get in our current news, what we got up first?
So before we get into our current news, we're going to go ahead and shout out our local black business, which is the Moxie Mercantile. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But here we go with Camp North End. Is Camp North End a black-owned society? Owned by black entrepreneur Michelle Costello, the Moxie Mercantile, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, blends modern lifestyle items with curated vintage finds. They spotlight local makers and carry unique goods, from home decor to self-care products, perfect for gifting or treating yourself. So make sure to go out there to Camp North End and check them out. Like I said, they got so many great things at Camp North End. It's like the 4th or 5th time they've been on this docket.
I have to say, those are self-care products that they're promoting. Okay. You've been in your self-care bag lately. Me too.
That's how you do. If you're not good, how everybody else gonna be good?
I swear. That is very true. Maybe that's because I needed help. I put help me for the message of the day. That was between y'all two to help me with the message. Maybe that might be the message.
Oh, y'all help me.
I need you to help me not have a big heart. I was saying that all weekend.
Help you with what, Robert?
My friend was like, "What is wrong with you?" He was like, "What?" I said, "I need you to help me not have such a big heart." But yeah, shout out to Moxie at Camp Inn. We would definitely be out there. We got 2 spots, but we'll figure that out very soon. But we can go ahead and jump into the news. What's going on? I said this needed, I put
this is a gay couple. What are you about to say? Oh, I just seen the first thing on the document.
That's what
people were saying. They said, I know when a homosexual couple was battling back.
Wow.
They said, Trump is the man that did wrong because he's quiet throughout the whole thing. But they said Elon is the one that's hurt and upset. So they said,
what did you say about my brother? I could have did my brother. Been over my brother. Wait a minute. What lyrics are those? Been over my brother. That's funny. I ain't hear that. The streets ain't say that. However, Elon and Trump are at it. President Trump and billionaire Elon Musk's once close relationship appears to have come to an end after the duo became embroiled in a very public fallout that began when the Tesla founder criticized Trump's big beautiful bill, branding it as disgusting.
And big beautiful bill.
Yeah, I don't.
That's gay.
Big beautiful bill.
Bill,
like a bill. I guess.
I said bill. I was like, damn.
Discussing an abomination. The former head of Department of Government Efficiency. And that's why I'm confused. So he actually did make him a head of a department of something. Okay, made a sharp U-turn in his decisions in his dedicated support of Trump administration, who calls to kill the bill, referring to the president's sweeping budget proposal aimed at cutting trillions of dollars. Musk outspoke criticism of Trump's bill sparked a war of words between the two, with the president later speaking out to say that he does not know if the great relationship will continue, adding that he is very disappointed in his former DOJ director. In hours, Musk initiated X posts, the big beautiful bill. Him and Trump have continued their public slanging, trading insults and threats that included the president trolling with the idea of terminating Musk's governmental rights. Wow. Said it's easiest way to save billions and billions of dollars. Soon as Musk added fuel to the fire, replying yes to the post. Impeach Trump, despite of the bold X. Unlikely Trump will impeach Republicans holding majorities of chambers of Congress. However, Trump has yet state whether he will reverse the idea of, I guess, firing Trump. I mean, firing Musk. But I'm confused. I said the same thing. So what's the bill that they're trying to? I don't know. I guess he's just doing okay, which include the shoving of $1 billion of program. Oh no, I'm sorry, $1 billion program aimed at housing for which investigated part of. So I'm confused. So maybe it has something to do with housing. They're trying to cut budget, but I don't know why they fighting. Like you said, and they might be a couple. Who knows? Allegedly, I don't know. You know, allegedly, because I'm confused. Even after I read it, I still couldn't find like what was the bill that he was trying to pass. Maybe the bill, I guess, was trying to pass not doing no more housing. But I don't know. Elon said, I helped you with your voters. Trump said you wouldn't be nothing without. Basically, Russia don't want you. Wherever he's from don't want him. I don't know. At this point, y'all just need to make love and make up. I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure both parties have a lot against each other. I'm pretty sure both parties know what each other has done. So to just make it easier on us, and I feel like this is a perfect time for another country to want to sneak attack us, because we're too busy focusing on this and a third. But I don't know if y'all can help a sister out and let me know what's going on. But from what it seems, I guess Trump is trying to government subsidies, contracts, saying it would be the easiest way to save billions of dollars. So I guess they might probably trying to cut some funding that has to do with Musk. Because I'm pretty sure if it ain't have no money involved taken away from him, Musk wouldn't care.
Right.
Like, if that's the case, honey, give me I need $1. I need a brother. Won't you give a brother $1? I need $1. Or I'ma holla. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of hate that. We hate to see a couple allegedly argue. Nobody wins when the family feuds.
I'm telling you.
And we don't want them other countries to sneak attack us. So yeah, we get that together, Trump. My next one, speaking of sneak attack, I don't know. When I seen Charlotte and I about threw up. Don't you ever disrespect? Ever disrespect my city to put there? I said, who is that? What community is that? Because that's because they need to stay over there. That would be funny though. Say if New York, basically moved back to New York, but they moved to a city called Charlotte NY. So basically, they bring back what they learned here. I don't know. But yes, I was in a very bad, I'm in a very bad internet battle with some New Yorkers. A personal friend of mine. I had to let him have it too. But I think, I'm trying to understand, where can we come in the middle to where both parties
we can't. There's no bargaining with those people.
Allegedly.
There's no bargaining with those people. They, I don't know. My whole thing with that, and I'm going to say this, I've looked at the top 10 crime rates, murder rates in the country. New York is not on the list. I've looked at the top 20 murder capitals, crime-ridden cities. New York is not in the top 20. I'm not sure why they are portraying as though they are the hardest. Y'all can't even carry guns.
Stop and frisk.
So I'm kind of, who made them think like, is it because hip-hop started there? Is that what
and that's the thing about it. But New York gets its respect.
And
New York is not one of those cities that people just disrespect. I'm so confused.
But they're also saying that the Black Americans in New York are slim to none. And y'all don't have no club culture. Y'all have no Black Americans.
Let's think about it, because the only people,
but Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans, it's all everybody else's culture, but Black American culture is not.
That's something we have down here.
And think about it.
We have, because I had a person I met yesterday at the hip hop show. He was from New Jersey. I said, I need to make a video and put everybody on camera. When they said, I love this city. I love this city. I don't want to go home. This city is so welcoming. It's so nice. People are
clean.
Literally, they was going on. He was from New Jersey. So I said, oh, you Mr. Clark and them. But stop laughing. I said, yeah, I see the gray in your beard. You was over there with Mr. Clark and them. But, it was, I don't get that. I was very offended. I was told that we wear Spanish flies, fake J's, and shop at the Gastonia Mall. Now, granted, I've never shopped at the Gas. Not saying I wouldn't, and that was an insult to Gastonia. What if I was from? What do I have to do with this? Why are you throwing me under the bus? Like, and not trying to be funny. The people let's talk about it. The people in Gastonia, I'm pretty sure can not. It's a little section that's
my man told me.
But the people in Gastonia,
my man told me. He said he's seen way more Charlotte niggas beat New York niggas up in his day.
Listen,
in his day, he said he's seen it. Charlotte niggas done whoop the hell out of us New York niggas.
I'm telling you, I got one right now. I know his name. Shout out to Carlos. He about to shoot him. Let him try Carlos one more time. He's shooting everybody up. Because they will try you.
But I don't know why it's a beef, but it's because they come down here like, this is boring out here. I'm gonna run this shit. Y'all don't even know how to make.
And it's not
here.
boring. You just gotta know what you gotta do.
You just so boring. Why are you here? Why did you choose this place of all places?
Now, granted, I said I don't know what happened to her, but I said maybe because it was becoming too dangerous at one point. After agriculture kind of went away. I don't know what happened with that, but when I first got here, that's all it was. People literally wasn't even going to the club. People was going to the after hours. Like, but I don't know. I just hate that, you know. But please don't ever disrespect. I don't ever want to see in my life Charlotte and why. That don't even. You know. I love the New Yorkers. I never have a problem with them. Very, you know.
I mean, we've partied. We went to a few bars. One of my second mother to me is from New York. I love New York.
Listen, great people.
But even she is abrasive. We have to. We have to really just sit down and just take this in.
It was just the Gastonian mom Spanish flies Jays for me. I was very confused. Mm-hmm. So I had to say what I had to say back, but it is what it is. Then everybody gonna jump on me like the little white bunny. I don't like that. Mm-hmm. Get away from me, you big black man. You don't jump on a white bunny like that. I don't like that. They all try to hop on me. And I still said what I said. And I wasn't, they was writing thick paragraphs of what New York did. I said, look, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I said what I said.
New York is dirty.
If we're saying.
I seen a video of a rat stealing a pizza from a pizzeria.
You seen a video when the man lifted up his cover and all the rats came? He was on a.
Top 5 things you think about when you think about New York. Go ahead. I'm going to tell you.
Rats.
What's next?
Pizza.
Razor
blades.
Okay.
Under the tongue.
Let's used to do that.
Razor blades under the tongue. Timberlands during the summertime. Mm-hmm. Timberlands all year round. Let's talk about it. I want to smell. I want a foot check. I want everybody to smell that foot after them Timberlands been in that boot. Cause I did some silly stuff like that. I wore Timberlands year round. I begged my mama for them shoes, and I wore them shoes year round. I'm wearing Timberlands and it's 95 degrees. I don't understand they do that. And 9/11. I mean, of course, I think
about Cameron. I love Cameron. Mm-hmm. Dipset, actually. I'll say Dipset. Rats. Cheesecake. Dirty. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's the 5 things I think of. You know, I think of 9/11, unfortunately, I think. But, you know, and sadly, they went, what about Charlotte? Cricket. Y'all, you can see my hands. They're like, what about y'all? I can't even think of 5 things. I could think about
the 5 things that make women down here.
Hello, let me tell you, I have not yet met one man from New York who don't like a nice little Southern woman. I don't know. No, listen, I don't have no complaints. I would say the overall community.
Oh, Jadakiss, he's fine.
Oh yeah, shout out to Jadakiss. But I like New York, but also some good things I think about New York is the diversity. You know, I like that some of the New Yorkers. I don't know if can Lissa trace back her roots, or she just plain black? Is she Jamaican?
Louisiana? No, she's from fucking Louisiana.
Oh, so she's from Louisiana. Okay.
I heard her daddy was from.
Okay, so that's why I like migration. That. I see that some of them can trace back their like actual Caribbean roots, which is I think that's cute, that's fun. But you know, I don't know. I wish we need to all just come to an agreement and they be happy that you're able to come down here and to do your
thing. The top of the gag is y'all talk so much about Charlotte, but y'all moved down here because y'all was too broke to survive in New York. So you come down here.
You
come down here. I said cheaper.
That I was told that no, it has more to do with that. People want to get away from the violence.
It's more violent in Charlotte.
That's all.
West Boulevard is more dangerous.
People say yes. I don't know.
Y'all not on the run. If you say Chicago,
that's what the streets are saying. The streets are trying to say that they.
Now, if New Jersey said that, then I would understand. Because New Jersey can get rough, but New York is not rough. Because y'all don't have guns. What y'all stabbing everything?
No, that's what I said. Razor blades. I seen a man at the Puerto Rican parade flying his machete around. I was very confused. Yeah, they let it cut.
They're dangerous. I don't like it there.
But shout out to New York, though. We here at the Carolinas. We're going to always shout out, always support our New York. Because Cat from New York. That's why I said we love New York. It's just the ideal of not.
The thing about we're beefing with the boroughs. Cat is from the outskirts.
Granted, I want to know if that man. I want to know, is the person who running that Charlotte page from Charlotte? I'm not saying he not, or she not. I'm very curious though, because I ain't gonna hold you. not saying a Charlotte person wouldn't make that comment,
What
but
did he say?
well, that's
He was rage baiting.
he was like
I
nothing's
think
worse.
he looks like a Charlotte nigga, chubby, low
Nothing.
cut. He got the
He was
look.
like nothing's worse than a person from New York than a person from New York moving down to North Carolina to Charlotte. Which everybody was like, yes. So then it was like, what you talking about? We run the city. You know, I gotta use their accent when I read the comments. What you talking about? We run the city. The city wouldn't have nothing. My friend said the city wouldn't have no swag, no. I say you've been here for 2 years. What are you talking about? You're old. I'll show you my no shade. I'll show you my friend picture. My friend thought it was an obituary.
I didn't see. What do y'all
So-
mean y'all talk Charlotte swag? Niggas has been wearing the same jerseys and white tees since I've been here.
Listen, and
So
if
shit hasn't
anything,
changed.
people don't understand. If anything, the only culture I say that we piggyback off, and it's both. Atlanta is like our sister, and Atlanta can say the same thing about us. It's both like, and we throw in, we kind of forget about South Carolina, but South Carolina, they just, shout out to South Carolina, but we just kind of lump them up with us. But I think that's the only city that I can say that we can give credit, and that has, we piggyback back and forth on each other as far as culture, sharing ideas. Because I said we kind of about the same. There's less pride. Like I said, happy Pride Month though. We're gonna, but we got a nice little community here, but not as big as Atlanta. I think that's probably the only thing we're missing.
Charlotte's not Atlanta though.
But I said that's like our sister. Like that's the only one that I could. Don't get me wrong. I still will feel some type of way, which because we didn't, we never stole a swag. But I can say out of all the cities, maybe that's the only one that we piggyback off each other. We 3 hours down the road, so why not? But shout out to all my New Yorkers. Shout out to the New Yorkers that are listening to the podcast and the show. So, but we must stop this. Speaking of, we must stop this. So, 8 people have been arrested for the last weekend shooting at that house party. And it was a mix of everybody. It was a mix of us.
Blacks.
Yeah, well, just 2 blacks, but
they wasn't. They did. And he snitched on him.
They
that
said
was a
he was
Rico case.
snitching. They said
no, that was a Rico case. I know they all didn't shoot. He probably was, I'm in the gang. I'll give you everybody.
Oh yeah, no.
Like, I'll give you if you give me.
They said he snitched for a piece of burger and let it loose. But 7 more people.
Stop letting these white boys in y'all gang too.
Allegedly, you gotta stop it.
No one ain't finna be telling.
So sadly, 1 person was dead and 11 were injured, but 5 were arrested on Thursday and a couple more were arrested early Friday. Isn't it crazy though? I would never when I say the feds come so quick, you don't. I wonder what those people was doing once they heard that.
Don't go.
Federal FBI, federal what?
Federal.
The FBI, because I'm pretty sure that wasn't no regular. Yeah, that was like the marshals came for them. It wasn't no regular sheriff's department. I'm pretty sure this going to be a whole little federal case. Maybe, I don't know, but it's very sad. I want to know so what was the point though? Like, what was the point of the shooting? They're not going to tell that.
Yeah.
But very, very sad. I hate that for rest the soul of the person that passed away. Like I said, one thing about it, I made it very clear last show, and I think it's this show. We don't need that mess here in the city. We don't need all that hooping and hollering. We don't need that. We don't need that. They don't even like us anyway, y'all. So please stop. We want to have a fun summer. We want to have a great summer. So if that was one of your people that got arrested, check up. Well, they ain't getting out, but just check up on them. Call them. But just remind them that we don't want all that hooping and hollering. And remind them that people aren't your friends and they will snitch on you for a piece of burger and less life sentences.
They will snitch on you for a half a thing of Wendy's fries and a cigarette. So you gotta be careful.
You gotta be real careful. But shout out to those
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I was gonna say shout out to, but I guess rest the soul that was lost, and hopefully the others are getting well from their injuries.
Yeah.
But I also want to talk about this. A Charlotte man was shot while test driving a car.
What's that about?
So I just put that on that same list of all the hooping and hollering, and just the whole fact of like I said I brought this last up, and I said I'm sick and tired of talking about murder, but it's the truth. But a Charlotte man was nearly killed during a test drive when a group of teenagers tried to force their way into his car. They opened gunfire in a church parking lot, and then just ignorant. Detective investigated death in Caleb Senior said he was pre-approved but he didn't die though. So yeah, he was pre-approved Wednesday for financing car, something he badly needed for his catering business. After work, he went to the dealership, drove the Chevy to church parking lot, Tom Hunter Road around 6 p.m. Then it's 6 p.m. Wait, see that's the problem. See, wasn't at one point they was doing
Until
it
night.
respectfully? These they don't care. They want to do it. You know.
I wonder, did they see the man, or they didn't know that he was? Was they shooting at the car, or was they shooting at the man?
They stopped right in front of me after trying to get me to move. They just stayed. They stayed there. There were three guys that exited the vehicle. He said they start pulling on the door handles, demanding to let him in. He put the car in reverse and warned the kids to back up, and it escalated. One of the guys screamed. Wait, what? But it escalated. One of the guys screamed out, "Pop, Pops, get the gun, shoot this guy." Oh, Pops. So one of them was okay. Anyway, the victim said two bullet holes were on the passenger side, ducked for cover. The round nearly missed him, which went past through my head in the glove compartment. After the hard right turn, I was down below my head between the radio and console, and I heard one hit my door, pass right by my face. So I just don't. Let me tell y'all something. Please don't let your little nephew or little brother come my way. I promise. Please, please, please. Cause like what chat said, I shoot the aim. I'm aiming for your. Oh, I'm still serious. I shoot the kill. I'm aiming for your DI. Y'all know the rest. I'm not playing with these little boys. I'm not doing all that hooping and hollering. What's in that? Ooh, child. He pulled it out the other day. I was like, okay, we're protected. Oh yeah, what? And you
Mexican man.
Puerto Rican man. Oh my friend, don't get drunk and say that to him.
I am.
He won't. He ain't gonna let that go.
Oh my God, friend, you were the Mexican man?
Lord have mercy. I'm gonna hear that all night. But yeah, I just please y'all gotta stop. Nothing's more foolishness, and that's so sad. All he wanted to do was test drive his car. Did
he think that it was a targeted shooting?
No, they don't know. It was on Tom Hunter Road. They don't know. No, it was not. They literally, and I guess they seen a guy in the parking lot and they just thought it was an easy lick. Thankfully he survived though. Yeah. They just I guess let him go. I mean, because honestly, you don't want to be there too long, because if you be there too long, then the police gonna come. So right. Yeah, I just bring that up to say, yeah, Charlotte, please calm down. I don't like that. Especially this man was doing something. He paid for the car, his hard working money, and all he wanted to do was just test drive it. And y'all gonna sit up here and shoot at him. It is what it is though. Sorry to that man. Welcome to the city. That's just ignorant. Speaking of welcome to the city, I don't know if it's really sad. You heard of the Baymount Hotel murder? It was a woman. So an investigation underway after a motel workers found a woman and a baby dead inside of the motel. Am I right? And if I'm not mistaken, that's the same one we did. That's the same one. The one we helped out. You did? Yeah, with Thanksgiving when we helped Konnected partner with Mr. Excitement.
How they died?
They called Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department. Were called around noon. West Sugar Creek. There were no word how the woman and baby died. The police say they don't suspect any criminal activity. The owners of the hotel
overdosed and gave her a titty milk or something.
Previously rented the Hill Charlotte Transitioning Housing. Ooh,
she's on drugs.
I forgot. So sad. Well, we're not going to tie this into, but shout out to Mr. Greg. Mr. Greg did the transitional housing program for families experiencing homelessness. The lease between Hill Charlotte and Baymont Inn. It ended on April 7th. Another affiliated program under investigation. So hey, I hate that's not affecting him. Mr. Greg, I hate that. Hope I'm gonna reach out to him and see what's going on, because I forgot he is the one that he did the
program.
He did the program, and now mind you, that was the same hotel we helped out. So, but no, they're not saying. But people, of course, in Charlotte was talking about it all on Facebook, because the hotel, either the manager or the property manager, went on the news and was talking and saying trying to clear his name, and of course, I don't think he has nothing to do about it, but I don't know. That's definitely probably what it's given. The mom probably, but I don't think it was no criminal activity as far as a killing or, But that's very sad. Rest in peace to that woman. Rest in peace to that baby. You know, I couldn't between the heat. I couldn't. I don't know how they doing it this summer. I was looking at a homeless man the other day.
I don't think it's on here.
So
Since we're on the topic of, I don't know if you've seen yesterday or Saturday night. One of the two. I think he was like 13 or 14-year-old died on a 4-wheeler.
What?
In Oakdale. It was a big thing on Facebook.
He was just riding around.
He was riding. He was young. Please watch our kids on these 4-wheelers.
Did he get hit with it or he
got hit by a truck?
Wow.
He was young too. People was on Facebook talking about it in Charlotte.
That's very sad. And it was on Oakdale Road.
Mm-hmm. You know what I said?
Yeah, that's where this Jayla area where the old Oakdale, because I went to Oakdale Elementary.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's that near that Sunset area. That's very sad.
Yeah.
It was
prayers to his family.
Please.
And, I don't know. We need to talk about them too. Maybe we need to go on an investigative journey to figure out who Charlotte alerts are. Because lots of Charlotteans have an issue with Charlotte alerts because they always post like the worst things that people's like. When the little boy died, they posted him with the gun.
Remember, I said that we should start doing like a positive. I said I might start incorporate that. Just
no, it's not positive.
Different. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But a negative.
Add some positive.
Oh,
but and like because like you said, Charlotte alert is like that. It's only negative.
Or we could do an investigative. We could start investigating things. I like.
You know, our man gonna be like, don't get in people's business. You are you get the gun. You are whoa. My friend got a gun. I said, oh snap. Please don't.
Mr. Mexican man, is he Scarface?
I want the money. You give me the pussy. What? Okay. No questions asked. No question asked.
But yeah, so RP to them.
I know and it's like
it's summertime too.
That's what I'm saying. I need y'all to calm down just a little bit. Please calm down. But we're gonna keep this train moving. Like I said, rest in peace their soul. Also, something happened to Charlotte. The taste of Charlotte. Fortunately, me and friend, we was there, but we wasn't there.
We was there, but
we wasn't there. But shout out to but I can say honestly, shout out to Miss Nicole. Have you went to Taste of Charlotte with my mom before?
With your mom?
With my mom? I don't think so. But from my memory, them first couple times I went with your people, your parents. So shout out to Miss Nicole. We done went to more than 5, so I'm pretty sure we done tasted all the Charlotte. But it's so nice to see, the new people coming in and they're excited. Brianna was like, I missed it. Girl, you wasn't going. Be quiet. I'm sick of you. But we've seen a lot of people, seen a lot of people that I follow was going. So, shout out to the Taste of Charlotte. I'm sick though because I heard them little boys.
I heard that wasn't true.
So I'm confused. I ain't hear
that man. They said that man was lying. They said that songs. I was there Saturday night. They said he was just making up fake news because a lot of people like I was there class 11. And
we was there. We was there to 2 a.m. 2:30, like 2 between. Having to walk back to our cars, I didn't hear nothing. So yeah, I was kind of confused about that. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta stop.
You can tell how he clipped up the video. It was like clickbait. Like you can see, it was not. Like,
yeah, nobody. Now that New Year's, it went down.
Yeah.
No, I was.
It was because of Fran. She was the culprit. So if you lost a leg,
allegedly,
that day,
I just wasn't trying.
Firefighters coming all through.
I was trying to figure out. Wait, he's not like his. I mean, just wait. Put his body to the side. We'll get him tomorrow. But why you got him? I mean, because it was so bad, we didn't even make the countdown. But granted, if the traffic wasn't like there, because sadly somebody passed, we'd be fine. But I mean, forget my heart. But if that happened to me, I wouldn't want to stop New Year's. I'll tell y'all to slide my body over and come get me tomorrow. I'm confused. It's not like, what am I? Just slide me over. I would say that. Literally, slide me over.
Slide.
Come to get me tomorrow. I'll be okay. It's not like my body, Don't stop traffic and ruin New Year's because of me. Mm-hmm. That's not how it's gonna go. If I, rest my soul, just put me to the side. Text the 911. Hey, she's okay. Look, she's in a corner for now.
Sure.
But yeah, they tried to say that they were shooting out Taste of Charlotte, but I don't think so. I was there past 11, 12 a.m. and I didn't hear nothing. Maybe it was on that other side. I don't know. But yeah, if y'all went, please drop down because usually they keep the same. Look, and I'm gonna be honest. If I was a vendor at Taste of Charlotte, I wouldn't go nowhere either. Why not? So I'm pretty sure I've low key see the same, which is a good thing though. Some of the same.
That's what's supposed to be like a Taste of Chicago. Like it's a taste, not a meal. Y'all.
See, I was trying to, like Fran said, don't go out there on an empty stomach. My friend tried to go on an empty stomach and it didn't work out. So please don't ever go on an empty stomach to the Taste of Charlotte.
I should have went.
I know. We gonna go next year though.
Do we go? No, we went the year
Maybe
before
we
that.
can do a taste of. Well, we ain't gonna call it that, but I
Yeah,
do
we're-
think we
yeah.
should. Yeah, I
Hell
think
yeah.
so. Now, granted, the parks sometimes be hard, but I think, hey, I think that's the sacrifice we might need to make. Might need to rent out from Ramir Park, Bermuda Park,
Bearden.
Bearden Park. We should rent that out and just do like a nice little, That's just what I think. But who knows? We got some big things coming that connected. I don't know if you heard about this. She took our man friend. He gone.
No, she didn't take him. He had a girlfriend. Someone else took our man. I sent you that girl a long time ago.
That's not his girl.
They was at the fight together. Yes, they are. They together.
And he did that video.
I mean, it's acting. You remember when Melanie and Darwin did that Juicy Boy video? She's like, "Why you didn't tell me about the kids?" Remember?
I can't take that. But shout out to Glow. I gotta listen to the song myself.
I don't really like it. I like him.
I love me trapping that. I'm not. More than. Why you had to use my country dark skin black? Yeah, country man.
You know why? Because she listens to social media. Because everybody they said that when they first started to snippet, everybody was like posting him too and shit. So she just seen it and was like, okay, we get the people talking.
That's now Xavier, you gotta win me Super Bowl. I'm at this point. I'm just irritated. You too late. When they don't want you, you get mad. Now you need to play ball. See, this is what we talking about. Distractions. This is what we talking about. Distractions. You too distracted. Be distracted on that ball, Xavier. Mm-hmm. Shout out to you. Shout out to Glow. How was his arms? Were they big?
I would have took it
Were
down.
They skinny? Were they?
I would have did it. I would tell the camera crew, let's go ahead and step out real quick.
I don't know. He ain't too young, but maybe Glow might be like he a little. But I don't know. Let me tell you something. Athletes. I might tell a joke, but I won't tell a lie. Athletes, especially if they nice and good size. Yeah, that's why they see. You seen the video of Stephon versus Offset when they lifting them weights. They like, yeah, we know Cardi. They will pick you, and them athletes will pick you. I've experienced one nice, good athlete, and when that man was picking me up and tossing me every which way, I didn't even know. I didn't know I could get picked up. I thought my weight limit was but I felt like once you, because I'm like 180. I thought once you get like 180, you can't get. But little did I know. Shout out to the athletes, but yeah. So check out the video, y'all. Check out Xavier. Xavier, please win a Super Bowl. Kind of, I don't know how to feel about him. A little sick, but it's okay. I'm gonna continue to move on because I can't talk too much about it. I get mad. But shout out to them.
I said, friend, look. She's like, who?
I was dead serious. That's not him. Wait, is it? Look, I question. Like you started. Wait, no. But it's okay. Because we love us a trapping that dark skin country and got enough to It's what? That's not country to Cleveland. Where your friend from?
Cleveland.
No.
But the only reason why I will say it's because the people there are country because they're all from the South.
But itself, no, that's a northern. Because I'm like, where is Ohio? Mm-hmm. Ohio, no. Midwest, not deep South. Mm-hmm. Not past the Dixon line. Oh Lord, not past the Dixon line. Speaking of not past the Dixon line, Trump is going to turn these two people anyway loose. Did you hear about the two researchers from China that brought in a deadly fungi?
How did they do that?
So we're gonna so basically 2 Chinese nationalists have been charged with a conspiracy of smuggling and attempting to bring a toxic fungus that is dangerous to the biological pathogen into the United States. Justice Department said that basically one of the people that was there accused of visiting their researcher in Michigan. So they was accused of they was basically saying that they was coming here to bring somebody to the University of Michigan. And they was working together and they smuggled it to the United States with samples. I don't even know what it's called. I'm not even gonna.
Be careful, y'all.
Yeah, but just be careful because I just bring this up because a lot of people are saying that means it's already here. It's like a deadly fungi that's going to attack our crops. Attack our
Okay.
I hope no. That's what said China think it's big. They want us to
that food.
Yeah, they trying to get us the food. The fungus it's a head blight disease in wheat, corn, crops, so affecting, of course, a bunch of crops. The outbreaks in several
No, all
countries.
you bastards eat bread, so that's taken out
Yeah.
93% of us.
So fungus. So the fungus is what cause vomiting, liver damage. Just basically, yeah, making everybody sick. I'm gonna say Lou 34 and Jane 33. They were both arrested. But they was trying to say but they have finally admitted though they did smuggle it in. But at this point, in my opinion, it's like, well, dang.
Did they get to go to a crop? Did they spread it amongst the crops?
It says that Lou attempted to smuggle samples from China in the U.S. 2024 in July, but they was I guess he couldn't do it. So, but I'm convinced, like everybody else said in the comments, that I'm pretty sure it's here. So y'all, please be careful. Please, at this point, that's why it's important. Sometimes you gotta visit your local farmer, your local this, your local that, because I think, like they said, obviously it's here. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they did, but who knows how long they've been going back and forth with just smuggling in this very dangerous fungus. I said, oh no, they trying to take our food out? Now wait a minute, China.
We already got some shit with our food, so y'all need to just chill.
But I don't know though. I said, well, maybe, but no, they finna turn them resources anyway loose. So yes, y'all, please look out for that. Like I said, we bringing the news to the streets. We gotta let y'all know what's going on. Also warning people. I get them all the time. The DMV is warning people about the scam text. So basically, if it's saying that you didn't pay a toll or you owe certain fees from the DMV, which I've thought about that. The DMV will never contact you through your message. They always want to mail you. Exactly. Their phone. So they bear, the only thing you might get is a nice little DMV, letter doing your taxes or something, but they don't contact you. So that, please, y'all, be careful. Please share the news to y'all grandmas. I don't know if y'all like my grandma. My grandma got one time. And after that, we made sure it never happened again. But it's so hard because people have their life savings, their life earnings. So please, whatever you do not click the link. Don't click the link, even if it's them toll. Because I thought the other day I got an Easy Pass text saying that I owed a certain amount in tolls, and I was like, I'm from the city, I don't use tolls, but I knew it was a scam. But sadly, some people might not. So if you a teenager, if you are elderly, if you somebody that just don't have the smarts of just knowing what's a scam, don't even ignore it. Just ignore it. What else? Oh, I want to talk about this because I think it was funny. Did Cardi take it too far with the braids?
Did she?
Or it's not even Cardi. This Stefan.
No,
he took it too far.
Offset's embarrassing. He done stuck all type of strippers and embarrassed her, DMing hoes for threesomes. And it's embarrassing. Times 1,000. Always something. He's always cheating.
And granted, that might be that. Now that just might be that styles. Now, granted, I will say the styles didn't start popping up on my timeline until after, which I thought was funny. But shout out to her. And I think maybe that might just be her signature, because that's a nice style. It's like the you.
Did she do her braids too?
She do what?
Did he do the baby's braids?
No, but he did the baby braids before. Stefan got the braids after. So it's not like Cardi was like, no. So I don't know. But I would agree with you. I think it's nothing to kill nobody about no braids about, get right. Right. Get your rights.
Deactivate his account. Shut up, loser.
And real quick, they protesting out in LA, man. They going hard out there. They've been protesting 4 days. Just anti-ICE demonstrations in the city. That people are getting tired. The members of the National Guards were deployed under Trump orders, and they just been out there going ham. The protest has some 800 protesters.
Like the slave catchers. These people are slave catchers.
That's what they rolling up. I don't know if you've been seeing them videos, how them people are scared and scurrying around. They will, And I told you, I had a friend that he gave him the paper, and the dude was looking at it. He ain't snatched it yet, but he looked at it. He said, "You still wasn't here." Mind you, proving the papers, he's legal. Saying I had my visa. And it was like, you still weren't born here. My friend said he snatched that paper up so bad. Said, "Dad, get in." Daddy African. Like, what's going on, sir? The dad was finna go with him. He was like, "Nah, you ain't going." He locked themselves in that thing. He said they stayed out there for 30 minutes waiting for them, but they finally went away. But literally looked at the paper and told them, "You illegal anyway." Basically saying, "Well, you wasn't born here anyway." And basically felt like the dude was finna try to hurry up and snatch it, but he snatched it back. But they protesting on the highways. Of course, that's causing more traffic. Throwing tree branches, scooters, popping fireworks. They going in.
I would shoot all of ICE.
They're just saying.
If I was in a Hispanic band and they were trying to take me to a place I didn't want to go, I would.
Because I don't understand what. Like, listen.
You already think I'm a criminal.
And then we've been taking land. We've been took the land. So I don't know. I don't know. It's one of them things, but I do think though. I said, now wait a minute. Why everybody trying to surpass us? Let us get ours first. I'm sick of that. Do we? I'm good for. I love a good protest. I'm ready for one.
I'm ready for for them to start dying.
But any food places of the week?
Yes. So this week's restaurant of the week is Romeo's Vegans Burgers. Now this place has been around for a few years. I have never been, but it's a black-owned vegan food spot that has taken Charlotte by storm with its flavorful plant-based burgers, loaded fries, and house-made sauces. Even non-vegans rave about how good it is. Perfect for anyone looking to eat good and feel good. And their milkshakes are non-dairy and they're superb.
We should try it. And you said even the non-vegans.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't nothing but a bean burger, right? A nice,
I don't know what theirs is, but I know it tastes like meat.
And you can make a meated type of bean burger, so it can taste really good. Do I want to eat beans all day, be farting for 3 weeks? No.
Yes.
Granted, but I do think it's probably pretty good. So we're gonna definitely check out.
Yeah, what is it called? Vegans Burgers.
Romeo. Sorry.
Vegan burger.
Romeo.
Ryan.
Are you Romeo?
I hate that.
So shout out to Romeo's Vegan Burger. And of course, we got a few events coming up. Of course, always join us Mondays, Connected with E, me and friend. We just want to bring the world to Charlotte to the world. We got our Poetry in Motion that comes up every last Thursday of the month. So please come join us. The poetry been slamming like always. Our comedy competition, the first. And I said, "Oh snap! I'm gonna have I took off and take off. Well, I took off for 4th of July, but I'm gonna take off for the 3rd because I said our comedy is gonna be right before 4th of July, so it's gonna be lit. And we off that day, right?
What?
Work. We're off 4th of July.
3rd?
No, not the 3rd, but we're off the 4th for Friday, and that's a Friday. So
it's a Friday.
It's a Friday, baby. Look, blink twice.
Oh my God!
She finna hit the streets.
I'm gonna pack a bag.
Yeah, friend, you might as well come over. And we can't always forget our Queen City Awards, even though it's kind of far away. From far away land. It's November 2nd. Yes, it's the Friday. Kev said he gonna cut a real.
Oh my God.
Kev, pop fireworks. We out there.
Kev, you don't have cookout?
He had barbecue. We might. Kev got a nice
Kev
house.
always said that and he never invited us.
Kev had a really nice house. Shout out to Kev. And also we got some events that's coming up within Connected. I kind of put back in the it's been a while. We need a Friday Night Live, I think. Yeah. We need one of those back up again. I've literally had 6 people hit me up. I said, okay, they started to see the vision. Hey E, can we get music played on it? Hey E. I'm like, yay. So very, very excited. I'm gonna see if maybe one of my friends who hit me up about it can do a showcase. So I said, he was like, well, you ain't. I said, baby, you and I can't do the hip hop concert. You can do a showcase. Baby steps. And the last thing, of course, we're gonna do our message of the day. I needed help because I couldn't really think of nothing, but you brought up a good thing. What did you say earlier?
Which one?
You said something. I was like, I'm gonna make that a message of the day, and I forgot.
I say so many quotable.
You say so many. I know. I can't even. Was it about maybe keeping the streets safe? I don't know. I guess I'll come up with one. Yeah, I'll tie it back into then. Summer just begun, like I said. So please, if we all can just make sure that we're, I ain't gonna say you gotta follow the rules fully. You still might run a red light. You might steal from Walmart allegedly. What do you feel like it? But just shooting people, popping people, dropping people, locking people. We don't want to do all that. So we gotta make sure that we're keeping our city safe and we're looking out for each other.
That's it.
And, I say, hey, you don't have to give a homeless man $1, but you might give him a bottle of water. Nia said no. Okay. So we're going to end that message of the day. I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so much for joining with us. Another episode of Connected with E. Thank y'all again for watching, and definitely catch back with us next week, every Monday, Connected with E, 7 p.m. And we out. We're out.
The Connected Radio plays the hottest hits from indie